Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life and I am getting something done super exciting today, and I really have nothing to do with it. I'm here at Caleb's house and I worked with Caleb. I think I mentioned to you guys before that Caleb is my friend. He's 14 and he has his own business of car detailing. Look at that. He already has my license plate covered up for his filming, and so he car details. I think he's been doing this for a couple of years. He's going to get a attachment right now. How long have you been doing this, Caleb?
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years. Okay, so he's getting some attachments right now and he's going to get started on my Subaru, which, guess what, just last week somebody left the door open when we got home at night, and we got a terrible rainstorm overnight, and then it rained all like the next morning until we found out that the door was open. And we had the vehicle outside because our garage is full of boxes from cleaning out my mom's room. And anyway, so it had been having to be parked outside, and it's really, I feel really bad because it kind of smells in there now. But Caleb assured me that he is going to do all kinds of things to get it clean. He's going to do some shampooing and some extracting, and here he is already getting things going here. And he has started his own YouTube channel doing the detailing. It's like those fast motion, what do you call that? Just
time lapses.
Time lapses, thank you. He's a newer YouTuber than me and he knows all the language here. I shared before one of his shorts that he had done, and because I was just amazed that with just
that's why it got so many views.
Is that why it got a lot of views? But I was amazed that with one time, we only met once, right?
Yeah.
Yes, one time we met and he just ran with it. He has been learning editing and learning how to do his business and film his business on top of that, which I feel like is no small feat. So yeah, I'm gonna let him kind of do his thing, and you guys are gonna want to check out his channel. What's the name of your channel?
Squeaky Clean Detailing.
And that's on YouTube.
Yep.
And he is going to get all of that dirt. And look at these seats. Boy, it's in pretty bad shape. He told me once that he didn't think it was that bad, but I feel like it's pretty bad. Look at back there. And are you doing interior and exterior?
Yes,
Is that's what's happening? Okay.
Full detail.
Full detail. And he has got a plethora of supplies over here. I'm sure he's built that up over time, right?
Mm-hmm. I started with my dad's little shop vac and his shampooer, and now I have my own wall-mounted vacuum that also works for extraction too, which is nice. If you wanted to watch me, you could.
Okay.
If you wanted to sit in my waiting area, you could.
Yeah, I'll probably do a little of all of it.
Some detailers, I don't like it when people watch them for some reason, but
Makes them nervous.
I actually like it when people watch me because they know how good I do and stuff.
So Warren picked me up from the car detailing place, and then he had to get some insulation and some concrete board for putting in our freestanding wood like fireplace that we're going to be using, or wood heater, I guess, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to provide the heat for the cabin. And super exciting. I wonder if I should stand back a little bit here. We have the, over the weekend he got the cedar put on. So this is going to be like board and batten.
The board's on, just not the batten.
Right, exactly. There will be pieces that go here and here and here. And, you know, he wants to trim out the window and do things like that. But anyway, this step is done. Next up, what is exactly next? Is
After I finish the cedar on the outside, I have to get the eaves done, the corner trim on, and then that will be completion of the exterior, then the next step will be installing the stove.
Okay,
Because once we have heat in here, I can actually work in here when it's cold.
right. And so this is that,
Concrete board.
okay,
I'm just trying to visualize like
where it's gonna go.
where it's gonna go.
And are we using the whole entire board?
Well, I wasn't really thinking we would.
Okay. I guess we have to look at the,
We
remember
have to
the
look at the
distances yet.
clearances.
Right,
The
right.
clearances.
The clearances.
And the stove will sit there. We
Right.
need to have enough so that when we open the door, in case any ash or
Logs roll out?
logs roll
I
out.
know, that
mean,
happened at home. That was kind of scary
mhm.
when that happened. Uh-huh.
Well, it's good to use split wood, not round wood.
Right.
Your round wood rolls.
Round rolls, huh?
But, so we'll have to, I want to take some measurements and see if I should cut that down or if we make that all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. I just pulled one of our vehicles, our other vehicle, around because we are going to load up a bunch of stuff to go to Goodwill so that we can actually get the Sub back into the garage when we get it back because it is going to be spotless. But of course I got distracted by these weeds that are in the cracks. Man, these grow fast. It's going to be a little bit before I can get back to pick up the car because it started to rain in town, and so Caleb had to pause the detail and wait for the rain to pass. All right, a while back, one of my YouTube friends, Carolyn, sent me this cookbook here, and there's a recipe in here for a homemade One Pot Hamburger Helper, and so I've been wanting to try this, and today is the day. So I just brought up some venison. I'm not going to be using ground beef. I'll be using venison. And I've got that thawing. And I need to get 1 onion diced. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for the meat to thaw, I am going to make some cornflake clusters. And this is just corn syrup, sugar brought to a boil, then peanut butter stirred in until it's all well mixed, and then 5 cups of cornflakes and a cup of salted peanuts. Mix it all up, drop it on wax paper. Probably, well, I say a lot of things are Warren's favorites, but that's one of Warren's favorites for sure. So the meat is pretty good and thawed. I have a couple tablespoons of olive oil in here and my onion. And I'm just going to kind of scrape this. This calls for only 1 pound of ground beef. I'm using 2 pounds of venison. I just know that we tend to like things meatier. And if I'm serving, 6 people with 1 pound of ground beef, that's not going to go very far. One thing I haven't mentioned in a long time is that if you are really working at getting your meat to stretch, then, and your family likes onions, bump it up with onions. You can even bump it up with zucchini like this recipe calls for. You can add rice. I've even heard of people adding lentils to their meat. And so there's a lot of things that you can do. I mean, just take the things that I just said here, or, you know, just Google it, how to make my like ground beef or ground meat go a little bit further. Those are some things that you can kind of add in to bulk it up and make it go further in your casseroles. While this is browning, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. I'm not going to shake it though. I'm going to use...
I'm going to prepare with my...
Oh, okay.
Yay!
So there's a teaspoon. I'm going to do a teaspoon and a half.
Quickly detailing terms. You in the beginning, well, earlier you were talking about how we're gonna shampoo your carpets and extract them. You can either say shampooing or extracting.
Is it the same thing?
Basically, yeah.
So I'm using
I'd say shampooed.
What is that called when you use the same term again? Not really a double negative, but
I don't know.
Whatever it's called. All right. Anyway, I got back here. Caleb called me up. He's like, hey, the car is going to be ready. And it is amazing. I can't believe how brand new it could look again. So thank you so very much. And I just wanted to ask Caleb quick. I'm going to put a link in the description box right over to your channel. But what if somebody is local, or they want to drive a little distance or whatever, and they want to like get a hold of you? What should they do?
Well, I have a scheduling website. It is Calendly, CALENDLY.com/SQUEAKY CLEAN WIS.
Awesome. I'm going to put that in the description box for you guys too. And so then they just go on there and you just schedule a time?
Yeah.
So any open times you have will be empty?
The full detail is the one that you got.
Okay, full. So that's outer and inner?
Yep.
Or whatever. I guess that's not what we call it. Exterior and interior. I don't know car terms. I'm not a car girl at all. But yeah, let me just show. I think it's pretty amazing back here. Because, you know, there's 3 kids that sit back here all the time. And we live in sand country. And it was a wreck, I would say. I would say it was, but now look at it. It is sparkling. All of the leather is back clean again. It feels so smooth. I think this is only the second time I've ever had my car detailed, Caleb.
Honestly, out of any car I've done, it was probably the most sand I've ever taken out of it, which is understandable, but
yeah.
It wasn't disgusting, but just a lot of sand.
A lot of sand, yes. Every time we step out our door, our shoes are covered in sand, so lots and lots of sand in our vehicle, that's for sure. But all right, that looks wonderful. Well, one perk is that if you do have to stay while Caleb works on your vehicle, he has this lovely seating area with magazines and treats. Look at all these things. Delicious, delicious looking treats here, and just everything that you could want. Chocolate. I didn't sit over here, Caleb, but I think I'm going to take one of these chocolates if you don't mind.
Take all of them if you want.
Oh, I cannot take all of them, but that one, sea salt and caramel and dark chocolate, sounds amazing. So
also take this one and tell me how it is.
Oh. All right, I am back home, and oh my goodness, how nice is that to drive home in a fully detailed car. Again, I just want to encourage you to go check out Caleb's channel. He really would appreciate that a lot. Like I said, he is new at YouTube, and although he's had his business for a couple of years, but he would super appreciate it if you went and checked out his channel and liked his videos and shared it with other people who either, one, like those satisfying vehicle detail type videos, as well as sharing it with people who are passionate and like to get behind and support young teenagers and their entrepreneurial spirits. All right, you know what? I'm going to reheat my meat because now I'm home and I can start in on supper here again. I'm making this homemade One Pot Hamburger Helper. I have to see where I'm at. I put in the olive oil and the ground beef, and I did the onion and the salt and the pepper. Okay, I need to add in the spices now, and so that is a teaspoon each of garlic powder, paprika, and chili powder. Whoops. And it just says to cook it about another minute. So I have it turned on. I'm going to get everything warm again. I'm going to add in 1 pound of elbow macaroni. It says any type of shortcut pasta. It calls for a cup of grated zucchini. Well, mine is frozen, so, and the bag said it had 4 cups in it. So I just kind of divided the bag into fourths, and I ended up with about 1/4 of a cup. So get that zucchini put in there. 2 cups of beef broth. 1.5 cups of milk. Still loving my clean fridge. 1 tablespoon of ketchup. It says to stir. I want to really get that zucchini mixed around. I don't want anybody to see it. I really don't know why it's in here if it just adds a little moisture, because it's not really going to add much for flavor. The recipe says season with salt, but I've already seasoned it with salt. Bring to a gentle boil over medium-high heat and simmer 5 to 8 minutes until the noodles are done. So I'm going to turn up my heat just a bit and go and start in on some green beans. Maria snipped. She snipped like the ends off of them. So I'm going to get those rinsed. It's just Warren and Joe and me home for supper tonight. This is overkill on the green beans, but we can always warm them up for lunch tomorrow. I'm just doing whole green beans. Put a little water in there. I'll put some salt. Not a lot of water, about 1 inch. Put a bunch of salt in there. Maybe not a bunch, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon or so. Get that turned up pretty high so it can start steaming. This has come to a little gentle boil here, so I'm going to get my timer started on this. I also think I'm going to put the cover on it because I want all those noodles. Or maybe I just go like that, smooth it out. This took about 9 minutes for me. I have been stirring it often. It is sticking. So I'm actually going to turn it off now. The noodles are al dente. My green beans are doing well. There's still a little bit of water left in there. I'm really trying to steam them up good. And then I have some cheese. I've got a little leftover Velveeta, some sharp cheddar, as well as some pepper jack. It calls for just a couple of cups of regular cheddar, but I'm using what I have like I always do. Joe, set the table please. And we're just going to stir until it's creamy. We need forks and napkins. So just stir until the cheese is all creamy. This looks really good, you guys. And super fast. And I love that there aren't any, I mean there's ketchup. And what else is in here that's, but otherwise it's just like natural ingredients. I'm really glad I put in 2 full pounds of meat because I think it would be a little light on the meat for us. This actually looks meaty, which is how my family is going to like it. Before wrapping up this video here today, I just wanted to do a rundown of the One Pot Hamburger Helper that I made yesterday. It's very good. Warren liked it. Joe gobbled it right up. I really liked it. And I'm warming it up here for lunch here today. I did add a little bit of water just because, you know what happens to noodles overnight. They kind of soak up a lot of the moisture that's in there. Couple little notes though that I am going to make on the recipe. I'm going to take the garlic powder down just a little bit. I think I'm going to go just like 1/2 to 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I'm also going to drop down the amount of pasta. So it was 1 pound of pasta. I'm actually next time only going to do about 12 ounces of pasta. And I'm gonna move the ketchup from 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. Well, and the ground beef from 1 pound to 2 pounds. So anyway, those are some of the changes that I personally would make. I do want it to be a little bit more loose. Is that the right word? A little bit more creamy, a little bit softer, and not quite so absorbed. You know, I want a little more moisture in it. It was very, very good. Like, I mean, even if you just made it exactly as is, or if I made it again exactly as is, we would still definitely eat it. I am bringing some water to a boil over here because I was just down in the garden and I brought up a few ears of corn just to have with our lunch, along with the remaining green beans from yesterday. So at this point, this video has come to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a brand new recipe today. Before clicking away from my video, click the link over to the video of Caleb cleaning my car, which he said was the sandiest car ever. He said it wasn't really that dirty. He said it wasn't gross like some vehicles he cleans, but he said it was just sandy. He couldn't believe how much sand there is. So go check out his video and you can see the inside and outside of my car if that is what you'd like to do. Oh, a new station alert has arrived. Thanks. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.